Hello, welcome to the Saturday preview show. The new thing I had got on last week pretty well with it. I'm trying it out again this week. Gonna have the usual thing: the Irish Independent News, the RT News, Sky News, all the news things, anything that has news, Bray People News. I'm gonna go through that as well. I have a copy of it here in front of me. And how I start the program now is just go straight to the Irish Independent, which is opened. The news on that, it just says two Kerry men facing drugs charges in relation to record 33 million crystal meth haul. It just says two Kerry men have Nathan MacDonald has been charged with the possession of drugs for sale of supply for an amount of exceeding 13,000. It carries a minimum 10-year prison sentence. So that is the thing on that, the news on that. And weapons handler on Rust movie set smoke to get high night after fatal shooting text show. New Mexican prosecution on Friday showed jurors in the trial of Rust weapons handler Hannah Goretz's text in which said she smoked to get high the night before the movie's cinematographer was fatally shot. In court filings, prosecutors have alleged Gut's use of marijuana, cocaine, and alcohol on evening after filming may have led to a impairment at work. So that's the bit of evidence then on the case there. And then more than 50 people are hospitalized after exposure to hazardous materials at a farm plant in Pennsylvania. And it just said at least 52 people. Police in Upper Manchester Township, about 15 miles north of Philly, arrived at the shop service facility to find the chemicals smell and people feeling sick. So that is the news then on that. And I'm sure it'll be on Sky News as well. And then I see the just news flashing up here. Ed McCarthy gets on score sheet at Galway Seal. First top flight win. They won done in 37 years. It was Galway United 2 to not Dog nil. So Galway are playing good. I'll go through them soccer matches then after. That's the main news then. That's the and kneecap use Late Late Show platform has called for Irish people to protest for Palestine despite Archie's impartiality stance. It just says there Belfast rap trio Kneecap appeared on the Late Late Show on Friday night. This comes after Archie asked not to wear pro-Palestine clothing last week. The Irish Women in Harmony group performed a tribute to Sinead O'Connor on last night's Late Late Show, and before they went on stage, a group member was asked to change out. So that was the thing then that was on the Late Late Show there tonight, and Brendan Gleeson was on it, and Jared Harris. It was a good show. He's getting good with the jokes as well. It was a good show, I thought. And then more down on this, it just says Kerry 5 star, probably one of the best value hotels in Ireland. I'm not sure. It's the Kenma 5 star. So that's then on that. That's the it gives it a review, and then a substantial tax cuts on way in next budget. Finance Minister Michael McGrath pledges, and that story then is about tax breaks there. Taxpayers will benefit from substantial income tax. Michael McGrath told an event on Friday night the budget will be the government's last, as election must be held on by March. I recognise the importance of having a competitive income tax system, and I'm committed to introducing a further substantial income tax package in the autumn budget. Mr. McGrath and personal tax cuts were not something we hear much about. The pledge comes on top of a substantial package of tax reliefs in budget 2024. So that is, he's already talking about the next budget there. And Stephen Kenny breaks his silence in first interview since losing Ireland job. He says, why it's a good time for the next man to take on the role, describes the snobbery he faced because of his background, and reveals why he believes there are several chapters left in his own story. So I'm sure he'll go back and do another job, Stephen. It was the toughest job he could have got. and driver who gestured a guard to get off her phone at traffic lights, and teenager accused of driving head on to incoming traffic on M3 motorway to face trial. And that is the latest news then on that. That's the main news then on the RTE. And then there's another story on it. Woman 760,000 injury claim dismissed after she admits she won Christmas tree throwing competition. That's then on. That's an exclusive story. Here she has suffered disabling injuries in a car accident that left her unable to walk for over 4 years. She was from Ennis, told the High Court sitting in Limerick she suffered constant pain in her back, and she was at a throwing competition, a tree throwing competition, it says. And then on the just go see what's on the Dublin bit of the news. Luckily, Dublin has scoops 500k with prize bond brought over a decade ago. It was a prize bond that he brought. And major disruptions in Dublin city centre after car crash near Rosie Hackett Bridge. I see that's on tonight. And then I just go now after that. I go to the Bray People. I keep that up there. I go to the Bray People news. And it just says community rises to aid of terminal ill Bray women. More than 14,500 are now being raised by a kind neighbour. A man who has come to the aid of his neighbour as she faces a cancer battle is not going to be won. Said the response has boosted the faith and community spirit after people in Bray rallied to donate more than 14,000 so far with the appeal. Catherine Mao packed up with her daughter Martha, so that's a good news story there, and good people out there, as I say. Walkers hit with costs of 30,000 appeal after losing right away. That was the right away. Stephen Matthews called for a new body to be formed to investigate assets and reports on right away, with two men from Wicklow Walking Group launched a GoFundMe to help them pay almost 40,000 in costs. So that is the main. That's on page 3. And below to Costa Coffee in Bray. Costa Coffee, the second largest chain in the world, has been that a blow at one of the Bray's outlets after planning permission was refused for a drive-through lane at the location. With over 110 in Ireland and 10 in the county of Wicklow, the decision for Wicklow County Council for the applicant follows the green light for a similar proposal in Waterford. So that's then on that. I won't go any further. There's a good bit on that. So then on page 4, calls for council to publish bus corridor report within delay. Plans to close vital exit led to a huge public outcry, and this shows you there on John Brady there. And long-awaited bus connect service promised by June, according to the paper there. And then more about the woman there, response to fundraiser for terminal cancer patients boosts faith and community spinner. So there's more on that. And then boarders finally get the green light to build skate park. Councils finally approve a site for Bray after a campaign rolled from 20 years, leaving one generation of skateboarders behind, says Tom Galvin, who wrote the article. And then the accident that happened in Bray, I think it was last week. 2 women, 60s, injured as car crashes into shop on Main Street. I saw that. I think it was near to the new shop, and there was a bit of a emergency saves at the scene of an accident on Main Street. A pedestrian remains in hospital with serious injuries after being among 3 hit. A guard and emergency savers attended the scene of road traffic. It happened the last day. I'm not sure. I forget what day. Or maybe it was Saturday last week. And Franno 2 bridge set for 100k revamp. It just says there. Schools forced to close by housing development. That's another thing. And Hosier falls fall of planning rules over new guest accommodation. And 3 dog wardens police more than 5,000 canines. It says Jerry Walsh has raised the need for potential dog wardens after it revealed that there are only 3 in County Wicklow. And man who crashed into Dublin bus is fined. It says a motorist admitted drinking, driving, vodka, and taking cocaine after he drove on the wrong side of a road and crashed into the bus in Dublin Court. So that's people are so. And then Greystone Shopping Centre gets 1.5 about private Centre Plaza on market for 5.4 fetches over 7 million according to this. And then to be appeal convictions and jail time as he calls for banking inquiry. I see ex-solicitor was convicted of stealing 18 million from 6 institutions. So that was on the news. It was on the RT News about it. And rugby legend backs Wicklow Craft Brewery. That's the Devontown. Irish rugby Devontown is to tackle the crewing, craft crewing industry with new investment in Wicklow foam of rudder browning. So that is the news then. About the brewery there. And cancer drives. This is another story. Catty Kelly. Cancer drives into your life like a truck, says author. Catty Kelly tells Neve Horn of finding lump in her breast, losing her hair, and remaining positive for loved ones. So Kelly's new novel Sisterhood has just been published. I see it was on the radio there, East Coast Radio, and a good interview. And Clarkson's cold accused swore, claiming he saw signing of papers central to forgery trial. And Wicklow junk culture takes on World. Blessing June heading to World Finals as 10 stunned Wicklow designers revealing amongst regionals finals. They're going fashion, they're doing a fashion thing. And then I just go quickly through this, uh, quickly through this. And then there's a paper from wrestling rings to stand-up platforms. Comedian Adam Buck tells Sophie Graham how he perfected his knockout routine as he comes down from the Bray Comedy Festival and prepares for a landmark Dublin gig. He just says every gig is just a gig. You have a good one, you have a bad one, and you keep gigging for the love of it. And it just says showed you more pictures of that goes there and that. And then more on the paper, and then there's an article there, Shillelagh's Slice of Luxury, private jacuzzi, sauna, and a pint away at family pub's new clamping pods initiative. So we were sitting in the jacuzzi and we just started thinking it would be a good idea for us back home. And then David Mackleth wrote an article bowling along at Folger Park. Tom Murphy, 3 times captain of Bray Bowling Club, shared his enthusiasm with David Mackleth. They give you a ball, they won't go straight. I borrowed a pair of shoes and I just enjoyed it. So he had a hobby of bowling, and his thing is there. He's a very bowling thing. And event for Wicklow business who want to go green. This is a local business, and Leo Wicklow have arranged a free online briefing seminar for businesses in tourism. Recent survey shows that 30% of respondents plan to switch to businesses. And then Lorcan solicitor opens new practice in Blessington, I see. And then 90 acres for forestry available for 900k. The 90 acre England had been Annagap, County Wicklow. So that was the farm, and that was the news on that. And David Bowie and Bob Marley feature in Martin's Wicklow Library exhibition. Artist Martin Hannibal. So there's a good few pictures on that, artist pictures. And then this week's Edward Entertain. What this week he has a chicken, vegetable, and shaza casserole. It looks nice. That's the main recipe there. And then I just go straight through staycations. There's an article there about stay or going places there and that. So good look at that. Southwest Kerry and everything, every place. Pancakes Tuesday flipped many frowns upon upside down. I'm all about the Pancake Tuesday. And then Pete Waterburn. Animal spies, catboards, whales, pats, and dogs. Cameras can easily be attached to harness on animals, says Pete Waterburn. War was terrible. Can animals sometimes somehow lessen the suffering? Perhaps there's a possible note to end on. And then New Zealand flatworms are invasion aliens. The New Zealand flatworm has a body that is flat like a strap in a brown in colour, and like earthworms is a davin of segments. Jim Hardy's Nature Trial, he writes about that this week, and it's mates and open reading. And then I go straight to, I'm on page 52. I'm going through it quick enough. And there's no car review, funny enough, on it. This week there normally is. And I'm near to the sports now. And then we just dust ourselves down and go again. Reaction. This is last week's match. Bray Wonders 1, UCT 2. But the good news is they won tonight. They won Kerry. They won 3-2. So they're not doing bad. They got our results anyway. And so again, the soccer matches, St. Anthony's 5, Parker Town 0. And that's Kilkill side Storm 2. Facile win in Arklow Town. And then there's Greystones. It's Greystones, Gorey 14, Wicklow 15, and Nay Barnhill 22, Greystones 15, and that was the result going on that. And then there's a special Garden County Awards. Sean enters Hall of Fame. It just says Sean Cole became the latest member of the Wicklow GA Hall of Fame to win an award. And it just says Andrew Kavanagh accepts the Junior Player of the Year award. And then it shows you a picture Sean Keogh, John O'Sullivan, Jack Napier at the Arklow Bay. The three men were forced to drive 3 cars containing 7 hurlers, including themselves, in a Mar4 hurling match in 1984 following transfer issues on the morning of the game. So that's just a thing. A very proud moment of Lafty. Liam Keenan receives the Wicklow GA Recognition Award. And 2 special men. Great to see Eamon and Philip at the award. Eamon Murray and Bernard Lawrence at the Garden County Awards. And Philip died with his family, and they all got awards there. Then I'm not sure of the players that got the awards. The whole lot of players there. James Murphy, he got an award. Anthony McLaughlin. Then Malachi Stone, Dermot Masterson. So all the awards then that were given out. And Cordy Kavanagh, he got an award as well. And Toka Aina Nolan. So all of the ones that got an award there with that. And then the main match, which Wicklow lost, the ladies' match. Carlo 3-9, Wicklow 11 points. That was in an Ockram. I looked at a bit of that myself before half. One says 2 Carlo goals were square balls. That's what he says there. And that's the main doing on news. And then the match that I was at, Westmead 113, Wicklow 10, adds defeat as Wicklow failed to Westmead. So it's Duffy still hopeful, staying up as our main target now. So that is the thing. I hope just that they're playing Clare the next day. And Duffy confident Wicklow can survive. He says at least we don't have to wait 3 or 4 weeks for the next game. We just have to move on straight away. Wicklow will take on the banner on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that match. If it was on the radio, I'll probably listen to it. And Henderson returns as Bray boss. Former Bray Emmett's manager John Henderson is returning to the helm of his beloved senior hurling side. The Celtic United will be joined by Ray Ronan Byrne as the United fill the role vacant by Paul Carlsey. So that's a good news story. John Henderson is back. So then that is the Bray People news there today, and they're playing, as I was saying there, Wicklow are playing Clare and Wicklow in Ennis. So that's the main match then. And the hurlers, I think, are playing Roscommon in Ockram, and that was down as well. So am I doing on time? I was just going to go now to the RTE website. If it was, I think it's open. Brendan Gleeson and Killian Murphy, what is treat is real, and Coleman, and then the main news then on the RTE website. It just says Minister contradicts RT board claim over exit packages, and two men appear in court over 33 million. Crystal Mays, that was the thing. And Taoiseach supports Martin after RT chair resignation. That's the main news done on that. And that's then the sports news. As saying, I just go quick through this. Shell's shock Rovers with well earned win. I must go to the soccer results here. League of Ireland matches. Premier Division matches. The results in that were Drogheda 1, Waterford 4, Dundalk 0, Galway United 2, Shelburne 2, Shamrock Rovers 1, and St. Patrick's Athletic 0, Bohemians 1. And that was the match. And the tables then are follows. Waterford are in front with 4, Bohemians second with 4, Shelburne 3, 4, and Derry City 3, and Galway United on 5th place. And then the first division, the results then today, the results tonight were Cove Ramblers 3, Athlone 3, Finhaps 1, Cork City 1, Kerry Football Club 2, Bray Wonders 3, and UCD 0, Trinity United 1. So that is the results. Then the tables, they make good reading for Trinity United. They are on 6, Athlone 4, Cork City 4, Finhaps 4, and Bray Wonders on 5th spot with 3 points. So they got off to a good start there tonight. And that was the main thing. And then I was just gonna go through to the GA if I can get it up there. The GA matches, there's a good few things to play for, and all we need to know about the league matches. First match then that's on Saturday is Tyrone and Mayo. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say Tyrone would win. Or could be it's 50 that match. And then down in Offaly, there's only going to be one winner there, really, down, and that's on Saturday as well. And Wexford and Waterford, probably Wexford Division 4, that's that match. And then Sunday, Galway and Derry, that's going to be a tough one. That's on at 1:45 in Chris Stadium. Roscommon and Monaghan, I give that to Roscommon, probably Hyde Park. And Division 2, Fermanagh and Cork, Brewster Park, 2 o'clock. Cork could bounce back there. Louth and Cavan, I see that's in RD. I'd go for Cavan in that. And Meath and Kildare, Park Charlton, Meath probably. Armagh and Donegal, that's going to be a close one. Maybe a draw, I'd say, in that one. Clare and Wicklow, I hope Wicklow win it anyway, but Clare will probably be the favourites. Sligo and Antrim, Maccabish Park at 2 o'clock. And then the other match, Westmeath and Limerick, and that's Cusack Park in Westmeath. And then Division 4 matches, there's 3 on. Longford and London, Glennon Park, Carlow and Leitrim Network, Cullen Park, and Tipperary and Laois, Semple Stadium. Laois will probably win that match. So I just went through the matches there. So that's the main matches. And it's hurling as well. I should get to hurling now. I'm not sure where the hurling is. It just gives you GA matches anyway. Hurling, yeah. Let's see. So I'll see where the hurling is now here. It just gives you the results then on that. The Wicklow hurlers are playing anyway, I think. So fixtures, yeah, let me see. Today's tomorrow's fixtures. It's Warwickshire, Fermanagh and Warwickshire there, and Leitrim and Warwickshire today there as well, and Tyrone and Donegal, that is the match. And Division 1 Group B, Tipperary Westmeath, Dublin and Limerick in Group 1, that's on a 5:15, and Laois and Carlow, that's another one, Division 2A, that's that match. And then in Sunday's match, Antrim and Galway in Corrigan Park, that's the main one, and Derry and London, Owenberg and Louth and Sligo, that's a 3A, Kilkenny and Offaly, 1, Group A, Division 1. Division 2A, down in Kildare. Division 2A, Kerry and Mead and Wicklow and Roscommon. That's in Auckland, that match. Monaghan and Armagh, so, and Mayo and Cavan, that's 3A. Cork and Waterford, 1A. And Wexford and Clare. So that's the matches then that's on the next day. I just thought I'd go through them anyway. They're the main matches. And then I just go down to Sky News to finish my thing off. I don't think there's any other thing then after that. It just says King shown chuckling as Get Well feature a dog in a head cone and calls for Les Anderson to be kicked out of Conservatives over divisive and dangerous comments. And Navalny's mother given 3-hour ultimatum over son's funeral, and now I don't know what that's. Sunak and Starmer pledge Ukraine support for as long as it takes. Abrams Chelsea funds still frozen, so that's the war's latest. And then on the world news, I just go straight to the world news. It just says Britain, who nearly died fighting in Ukraine, reveal why they have returned to war zone. And U.S. shoots down Orchard drones as Israel plans to build 3,000 homes. And we must recognise costs of going up support for Ukraine. So that is the main news then on that. And then the business news. Former post office Paul O'Brien formerly stripped of CBA. I don't know what that story is about. And energy price falls, consumer confidence and merger and acquisitions. So that's the main news then on the Sky News. And then I was just gonna go briefly through to finish my thing off. Then the Irish Times on the front page. RTE board members furious, insulted, and fed up over forced resignation chair. It just says on this article, it just says RTE Boss has reacted with anger to the forced resignation of Chairman Sheena Rala in a deepening row with Minister for Catherine Martin over big exit payouts. Independent board directors are said to be furious, insulted, and fed up of being played like some sort of matter of discretion of the minister after Mr. Martin accused of missionary of providing misleading information about a confidence severance pay to former chief Richard Collins. So that story then is going to keep tumbling on. I'm sure Patrick Keelty will have a joke at it. He did on the Late Late Show, actually. He had a bit of a joke about it. And Jerry Turner, confident Gatlin comes to Dublin with belief of not hope. So dear God, the Archie saga will never end. That's what one journalist writes on the Irish Independent. And then GA Congress, Sean Kelly suggests midweek replays for draws. I see the new president got in there in the GA. Oh, I wish him all the best for my ma, he is. And so then that's the main news on that. And I'm well into the podcast here. I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. There's nothing at last about Mr. Trump on the news, but I was looking at something earlier on. Wasn't good, really. So I'd like to enjoy. I hope you enjoy my podcast. As I was saying, I'm planning a debate show, Lorcan live show debate, and looking forward to a pilot episode. It's gonna come. It's coming soon. So anyone that's listening, there's quite a few projects there, and thanks for listening. And I'll be back with another great podcast again. So goodbye for now, and I hope you enjoyed it.